I am so exhausted right now. Uh, Hi. I'm just back from Metrocon. Ooh. Oh, what a year. What a year. You'll excuse me if I'm disheveled and half dead. Um, Even though these days me and my friend Danielle, we go every year, and even though we now plan to arrive on Thursday and leave on Monday, so we get some good night's sleep in before and after the con, I am still, like, gone. Especially this year, because this year was more running about to and from, trying to catch everything I possibly can, than it has ever been. And with all that said, I will still say, probably my favorite Metrocon I've ever gone to. It's always my favorite weekend out of the year, and this time is just so, it's just, everything was a step up. Everything. First off, thank you to everyone who came up to shake hands, get photos, or whatever. You guys make the trip so much more special, because I get to go to Tampa for the weekend and pretend like I'm kind of famous, which is just, it's a very bizarre experience for me. So, it's like, mute that. I've got a little cheat sheet on my computer, so, because I'm recording this, and I pray I'm not forgetting anything. Because, there was so much this weekend, so much I had to catch. But, yeah, I couldn't even keep track of how many people came up and found me this year. And I know there were others who were hoping to do it too and didn't quite, no, I probably didn't get to catch them. At least I'm not sure if I did or not. So, but thank you to whoever who did, because it was awesome. It was extremely cool meeting everybody. That's really one of the things that has changed so much for me about Metrocon, because it's not, really only half of it now is going for, the dealer's room and the events and the voice actor guests and all that. The other half is just getting to see all these friends that I've made over the years, and I only get to see one weekend out of the year. And that's not just con buddies and people who just go attend to. It's getting strange. Like, I know the staff now. Mary Morgan, the guest relations I work with all the time for interviews and such. As part of the whole press deal. God, I feel lazy every time I hear about how hard they work. It's just really incredible how much they put into that to make everything go smoothly. Nick and Alex, the owners, really wish I didn't get to say goodbye to them. If you happen to be watching, thank you very much for the weekend. As always, you guys did amazing. And everyone who hosted the big events, and Ariel who directed Gear Grappling, James who did the Metro Star Party. I'll get into all of those a little bit there. I'm sorry, the names are blanking. I know all you guys. Shannon, Ben, Matthew. You know who you people are. There's gone. My think thing broke. But, oh god, it's just so weird, because now it's not just, well, I know the owners, I know the staff, I know the directors, I know security. I've got friends on the security staff. I had one come up to me, and God, I wish I caught his name, because he came up to me the one time all weekend I was not wearing a Kamen Rider belt, going, dude, I thought you were wearing a belt. Dude, I wore my belt yesterday, and I was looking for you and didn't find you. And I go, no, I was there. I was there on Friday. I was wearing my Kabuto belt. And he goes, I was wearing Kabuto belt. I wish I ran into him. That would have been cool. But cool things like that, So, it's fun, and actually this year maybe I'll get to see them again a little bit sooner than waiting till next July. Keep watching. That's all I'll say for now. Also, really wanted to bring up a lot of the things I noticed that were upgraded from previous years, and things ran so smoothly this year. I know there was a lot of times where the guests are running behind schedule, and of course with Scott there, that's kind of inevitable. But the others were very tightly run because they're kind of bigger actors who had much tighter restrictions than usual. And I'll get into that too. But it's just things managed to keep going smoothly, and for the most part, you couldn't notice. And that's the sign of a great convention. Is, everything could be going to hell, but you still have fun. You don't notice it. There isn't a hiccup in anything. When that happens, that qualifies as just really, really good, really well-run convention. And a lot of little upgrades. For instance, banners over the big rooms, big paper banners, so you could see where everything was. Made things look much more like it wasn't just a rented-out convention hall. Like this was our home for the weekend. That was really cool. Big signs posted up with all the updated schedules and big maps, in the corner of the convention hall to tell you which direction everything is. That was really helpful. Let's see what else was there. I'll also credit the tech guys. Years past, Metrocon had a tech guy who, thanks to my ShadowCon vlog, doesn't like me much. They booted him out, and they replaced him last year. And last year ran really smoothly. A lot was just very smooth. And this year more so. The panel rooms had microphones. The microphones all worked. No echo, nothing. It was all really good. All the mics worked at the chess match. Just a couple little video hiccups during the chess match. That was unfortunate. But beyond that, everything's still working pretty well. Worked out. So that was really nice. In all aspects, Metrocon really kind of stepped their game up this year because the guests were more. Well, I don't want to say bigger because they've had really big voice actor guests before, but let's say more mainstream. Let's put it that way. Guys who would normally show up for San Diego Comic-Con, like Phil LaMarr. Also, to the other convention goers, what I was really surprised was the cosplay this year. Very diverse. I think it took till Saturday for me to find any Goku in the whole crowd. There was just costumes of all types, from all levels of geek, video games, movies, anime, cartoons, all over the place. A lot that were related to the voice actors there. Dante Bosco was there, so someone came as Rufio. I didn't see that Rufio. Man, I wish I had seen the Rufio. There were some really cool ones. For my Monster Hunter, my fellow hunters out there, someone came in full Azure Rathalos armor. I got footage of that one. That one I saw, and I was so happy to see that because it's oh my god, that's my game. So that was cool. That was really cool. Also, in the same vein, the mascots. That was another big step up. I have been saying for years now that the big problem, every year Metrocon has mascots to host certain events and to greet people going into some of the main events and all that. Basically go around to be the goodwill people. And in years past, the people they picked haven't quite had the energy for it. By Sunday they're just kind of on empty. And the costume designs, unfortunately, previous years I felt were really generic. I couldn't tell whether it was just whether they were mascots, or they were from some anime or video game that I didn't know. There was nothing really telling me, oh, they are here for Metrocon. They are Metrocon's mascots. This year, they did something that I wanted them to do for years. They integrated the gear logo into the costumes, which was great. The theme this year was East versus West, so you had two kind of Eastern design characters, like, you know, there was a cowgirl and a camera girl, and then you had two Western design characters, which you had the, you know, very Japanese style, and then the, which was basically the anime hammer girl, carrying around this big hammer, and the hammer on the end of it had the big silver Metrocon gear. You know, the cowgirl had Metrocon gears for belt buckles and everything. Like, far, far better than previous years where I couldn't tell, you know, that they were Metrocon characters. So, I really want that to continue. I think it could have been more cleverly integrated rather than just printing the gear on things. But it's a huge step in the right direction. So, the mascots were identifiable this year. They were really good. And very energetic, too. Like, even all the way to the end. They were in character. They were excited. They were energetic. Very cool. They did outstanding. I don't know if they're watching it, but you girls did amazing. See, this was also the first con I got to go to where I really got to put my 3DS's StreetPasses to use, which, you'll know, this is how recently I just got in. You'll see the blue light is still on because at the time of this recording, yeah, I currently have a game of Link's Awakening DX playing, which I got just before the con for the road trip. Best idea I've ever had, by the way. That made the road trip so much easier. No, but I cleared about 150 street passes, and it would have been a lot more than that. It was just like every time I sat down, there were 10 more street passes filled up. Unfortunately, I couldn't do all, like, I couldn't get more than that because I was just running around so much, and I was doing interviews, I was in panels, I didn't want to be that jackass who had his 3DS out while the voice actors were actually talking. So, you know, every time I sat down, I was like, well, now I can check it. Oh my god, there's still 10. Okay, I gotta do the puzzle swap. Okay, I gotta do the find me. Okay, close it up, open it up. Oh, there's 10 more. Gotta do it again. Just never-ending stream. And you're not watching. I'm guarantee you're not watching unless you actually follow. Because my little me greeting was TJOmega.org, which is so shameless. But it's harder to throw away than a business card. So there's that. But one of the me's that I picked up that over the weekend was someone who had named their me Ryusei, where the greeting was the full "Whatcha?" Stop laughing. I've been talking all weekend. My voice is gone. But yeah, it was the Wacha and all that. It was Ryusei, right down to my dream is to go into space. It's like, thank you. That was awesome to just like see randomly pop up on my little me list. That was okay. So that was cool. That was really cool. Okay, so that's the people. That's the con. Okay, okay, we did all that. We got through that. Let's talk people. And actually, as I do this while we're talking fan stuff, I had a box come in while I was gone, and I was really excited for this to come in. This is a box. Ooh, yeah. This is a box from Visible Ninja, who has been following me for a long time. He had a few things to send me, so I wanted to crack this open as long as the vlog was rolling camera. And we'll just talk some guests here as I kind of go through this. Dante Bosco, who you'll know as Rufio from Hook, or Prince Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I honestly think Zuko is one of the best performed characters I've heard in forever. Just because, like, if you watch that series all the way through, he's changing a little bit every single episode. And by the end of the series, you can still hear the journey that character went through in his vocal performance. It was really good. Really, really good. So, he was really good. He's really cool. Like, just kind of like chill, relax kind of guy, go with the flow. he was cool to just hang out with during the interview. I will say this. I know I normally record the autograph signings for everybody. I did get some goofball autographs. Due to how large the lines were this year, it was requested of me to not stop everything so I could set up a camera, which I perfectly understood. The line for autographs on these guys was just insane. Just never-ending wave of people. So, unfortunately, I don't have footage of any of the autograph signings, aside from Scott, of course, and you'll want to hear this one. It'll probably be the first video that goes up, hopefully in the next few days. And when you hear this, it's just, it's cool, because, well, I'm going to tell you later. I don't know why I'm keeping it secret now. I'm going to tell you later in this vlog, but for Dante, I have him sign the original Rufio toy. I love this because I got up to the autograph line. I pull out Rufio and he loses it. He loves this. He holds this up to the rest of the line and goes, "He wins! He wins!" So I won. It was cool. It was really cool. Like he got a real kick out of seeing that again, which is why I get the rare autograph items. You go obscure because it does stick in their heads. You know, he still knew me when I came up for the interview, and that also goes for Phil LaMarr. Now, this is probably the most famous person that they've ever had at Metrocon, because he's done some major animated cartoon series, Green Lantern in Justice League. He just did Aquaman in Injustice. He's Samurai Jack. But he was also on Mad TV for 5 years. You know, he's had this huge, long career. He was in Pulp Fiction. You know, he's got one of the more memorable scenes in that movie. So he's done a lot. So it was extremely cool to be able to sit down with him. And I have proof now that the weird autographs work. So we have him sign Jazz from Transformers Animated to TJ Jazz number 2, because he distinguishes himself from Scatman Crothers, which is just really cool. It's the only time I'm probably going to meet the guy, so I had to get him to sign a Transformer. But you people out there know that's too easy. That is too easy. So, number 2, Black Vulcan. And people are meant to go, when did he voice Black Vulcan? He voiced Black Vulcan in one of the few Adult Swim shows that was worth watching, Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, where he got to play the super friend with pure electricity in his pants. So he got a huge kick out of that. Because I'm positive this is not one that gets brought up to him often, so he had a good laugh about that. And despite the hundreds of autographs he signed that weekend, he still knew my name. Yeah, he still knew who TJ was. So, you know, it does work. I mean, you have to go out of your way to find that one little thing that's really going to just hit the right note. But when you do, oh, it's worth it, because it makes it more fun for them, and it gives you a more unique experience to tell people about. Okay, now we're getting into this box, because I put this box down. Check this out. TFCC Overrun in box, and this box is actually quite heavy, which means... Come on. Is it? Runamuck's in there too. Oh, man, those are gorgeous toys. Someone asked me, is like, why do they send you these things? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I never know. But you know, they're beautiful people. They do these really awesome, wonderful, amazing things, and there's other... I think I'm grabbing a head right now. No, there's more. There's more of it. Oh. Okay, he said he was gonna pull something. I usually try to deter people from sending me surprise stuff because I never want them to send me anything I already have, and this is definitely something I don't have. These are the little head figurines. The Master Rider Helmet Collection series. That's a 5. There's a whole bunch bundled up. I'm pretty sure, the way that felt, I'm pretty sure I know which one that one is. So we're going to save that to the end. Here's Fom, our first female rider. That's cool. Let's see. No. Looks like I got 3 of them. This one felt familiar. This one... Whoa! No, not familiar. Not familiar. Falling apart. Falling apart. Hang on. Wait, hang on. Okay. Okay, we're good. This is the masked Kabuto. Those are really random. They're cool, but they're random. It's kind of weird because I've got one other. I've got the only one I had of these before was the Bee in his masked form, which was really random and cool. Let's see, no. So that was the surprise stuff he sent. Here's the other one. Here's the other one. Oh man, he didn't even open it. God, maybe he did, or maybe the tape just sucks. No. Oh, that's TFCC Scourge. Oh. Dude, I hope you're watching this video because I am so grateful right now. You can't see my pants. You can't see the big wet spot I just made in my pants, can you? Okay, good. I'm like really thankful for this because I wouldn't have been able to get this guy any other way. I wouldn't have been able to get Overrun and Run Amok either. It's Run Amok and Runabout. You know, who am I kidding? So, huge thank you, dude. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. If I recall right, he is getting, I'm also getting the second one from him, which is turning out to be Slipstream, which is actually kind of fortuitous because those are the only 2 I wanted out of that set. So, okay, I guess I have to get in touch with him about that because I just came home to find out that Slipstream was shipping out. So, I'll be in touch. I'll be in touch, Ninja. Once again, you are epic and awesome and awesomely epic. Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay, so where was I? Guests. Guests. Okay. So I guess that just leaves, Scott? Yeah. Yeah, I kind of ran into Scott a few times. We actually found out that, when you see the interview, because we did shoot another interview, I might be a little too familiar with the guy at this point. Because we just, I don't know, we tried really hard to actually have an interview. But it really just turned into us just goofing around. just playing for 20 minutes, basically. But as always, great to see him again. This was kind of a really cool. This was actually kind of a really cool year for this because I found out that just a couple weeks ago he saw the Beast Machine Silverbolt review. Just like, he thought it was brilliant, which made my day. You know, you don't think, you know, as much as I know him now. You know, and it's just still never occurred to me. There's like, he would see what I do. So that was extremely cool to find out, and to find out he liked it that much. You know, just wow. So I was all scared because like, well, I kind of made fun of this toy a lot of your character. Don't hate me forever. But no, it was fine. No, it was fine. Actually, last night I got to hang out poolside with him for a little bit, and actually also found out that he had seen my con panel videos too. So it's just like a lot of little revelations here. So I doubt he's watching this one, but if he is, I mean, it's dude, always cool to hang out, always cool to see you again, and you know. Wait till you see the interview. This was just weird. And I did ask a few of the questions that you guys sent in. So, I won't say who or one, but check it out when it gets posted. You will see it. See if your question came up. Okay, where are we at now? Little cheat sheet. Oh, the events this year. This was the first year I caught a lot of the major events. I make it a point this time. And actually I didn't make it a point so much as everyone else made it a point for me. Because the way I explained it to Morgan, I wish, when years ago, scheduling all this and getting all this footage thing done, this was so much easier when you people weren't my friends. Now that I know everybody, now that everyone knows me, is like, I tried to get to gear grappling last year. I didn't get to stay for it, and Ariel at Metro Nano this year in January said, "Oh, you got to come this year." Like, okay, this year I will be there, because they got a wrestling ring this year. Oh, that was cool. They got a full-on wrestling ring. Got to sit ringside for these matches. I don't know how the footage came out because the tripod had to be like way up here in order to get, some kind of height on it so you could tell where they were in the ring. So that was cool. That was really cool. And might not be the only time I record gear grappling this year. Again, at the end of the video. So, thank you Ariel for inviting me out. It was a great show. I'm going to have fun looking back at that one. And also to James, who hosted the Metro Star Party. I could never make it to the Metro Star Party. This is their comedy event. And which he directs. He does a lot of the writing for it. And I'm so sorry I kept missing it, because it was a really funny show. Like, really funny. I did record the whole thing. The angle is terrible because so much of the seating had to be reserved for the cast, right in front where I really kind of needed it. So it's not the best look. It's not the best footage, but the jokes are there. The humor is there. The whole premise was it was a courtroom case between Harvey Birdman and Phoenix Wright. That's all I need to tell you people. That's all I need to tell you people, and now just wait. It will be worth it. I'm going to try and get everything up in the next 2 months. That's what I want to do. I want to kind of... I kind of botched my videos last year, I will admit. This time, I really want them to kind of hit while the iron is hot. While people are going, oh, I couldn't make it to that panel. I wonder if someone put it up, or something like that. So, I will get that done. I'll get that done ASAP. So there is that. The Star Party was great. Chess match was really good this year. Chess match was really good. I think they hit a really nice balance this year between the humor and the drama. Because it was the end of the 5-year story arc. It was tying a whole bunch of loose ends together. They went out of their way to make sure this one was huge and unique. They said there's a 2-on-2 match with extra crates set up for parkour moves. So it was just very different from anything I'd seen previously. There's some really good sword fights, some really good kind of wrestling style matches. And there's a comedic match. There's kind of a comedic match in there, which is Lord Zed versus Wily Kit and Wily Cat. And you have to see that for the ending alone. You also have to see the Flynn the Human from Adventure Time that they got in the chess match, because her performance was hysterical. And yes, it was a girl playing Finn, not Fiona. I don't watch the show. I know enough to tell the difference. So, just to clarify, it was a girl playing the young boy. I'll probably do what I did last year, which is a big highlight reel. Especially this time, because I can't do like the little roll call thing that I used to do. You know, I used to just, I suppose, this is the character, this is the show they're from, da da da. Because they didn't come out one at a time. Like, they didn't, that's another cool thing. They didn't waste time introducing. Which I'll say is a plus and a minus. For the big 5-year kind of climactic fight thing, it was good. It was good to just kind of hit the notes and get right to it. At the same time, I like that introduction. I like seeing them all come out and be introduced one by one, so that you know who they are, and every cast member gets a little bit of a spotlight on themselves. You know, which I think works better. But for the big climactic battle, yeah, get as much time as you can for as many big fights as you can. That part I do agree with. So I'll figure, I have to figure out a little bit something different for that, but it won't be long before it's up. Hopefully, because that takes a while to edit. Unfortunately, I missed the fire show. That's the one event I couldn't make. And it wasn't because of the weather, it wasn't because of conflicting schedules, because I will be honest, especially if Shannon is watching, I did have the time. I wasn't doing anything. No, I was practically dead at that point. Like I said, this was my busiest year. This is the year I spent running around the most, trying to get as much as I can, because this year I really wanted to show off everything that Metrocon does, all the big events, all the guests. You know, to catch the big events this year, there was like 2 Scott panels I skipped, which is like, really? I don't even know who I am anymore if I'm skipping Scott panels. But like I said, you know, like I said, it was easier when you people weren't my friends. So I do apologize to the Fire Show cast. I didn't get the Fire Show. I got pretty much everything else. And I actually had, in order to, there's one, like, the voice acting, Unplugged. It's either Unplugged or Unleashed. I can never, where's my schedule? Because Danielle was telling me all weekend that it was Unplugged. Yeah, Unplugged, okay. Voice actors Unplugged. Which was the whole cast, all the guests. All the ones that I mentioned, plus Brittany Karbowski, who is Black Star from Soul Eater, DC Douglas, who's really funny there, really funny. That's Wesker from Resident Evil, and God, Rain, Janet Varney, who is Korra from the new Avatar cartoon. So yeah, we kind of had a huge guest list this year. Didn't make it to a lot of the panels. I had to send my camera off to the Unplugged panel. So even I haven't seen it yet, but I do have it on film. Because I had to be at the AMV contest. Now, I produce 1 AMV a year. I produce it for Metrocon. So everything I have, I put into that video. I finished this video like 13 times. It's just because I was finding little nitpicks. Okay, let's swap those scenes around so it flows better. Okay, well, let's switch out this and that, one and the other. So, yeah, there was that. just ton of work. I worked on that all the way to like just a few hours before. Like I had to like take a nap just to go, okay, I gotta burn up time, because if I just sit here and stare at this, I'm gonna keep changing it. And even now, if I watch it, I go, I could tweak that. I could fix that. So yeah, I had to be at the AMV contest because I had an entry. And if you've been following my Metrocon videos, you know the first year I entered a Common Writer Decade AMV and got disqualified for using subtitles. And I swear to God, I did not. There was nothing in the rules about no subtitles. So that was unfortunate. The year after, they had to make a category to honor me, Best Live Action. First time they'd ever given that out for a Common Writer double AMV I made, because I wanted a bit, you know, I wanted a crowd of like, I don't know if it was 1,000 or nearly 1,000 people. Had to be, because the place, all the floor was packed, and there were people up in the bleachers. I'm trying to come up with a conservative number, like somewhere between like, I can't narrow it down. It's between 6 and 1,000. It's a lot of people. Hundreds. Blanket word. I like blanket word right now. My brain likes blanket word right now. Yo, because I wanted to see what these people thought, and I couldn't be there for that one. It upset me because I won and I couldn't be there. So I entered a video this year, and I wanted to be there to see what happened. What happened was this. Metrocon AMV Contest 2003 Best in Show. Are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? I have a trophy for Metrocon now. It's like, that is so freaking cool. It just amazes me. Like literally, like hands numb when it got announced. Cause so much. And guys, it is such a difference. I know how many of you are out there. You know, as of this video, I've got like 16,000 subscribers and like 9 million views, and it's like awesome. I love how many people enjoy what I do. It is so different seeing my video blown up to like a 15, 20 foot screen, however big it was, with hundreds of people behind me, you know, cheering this video and reacting to it live and in person. You know, it was amazing. Like, to go back and watch my own video now, I can still hear the cheers every time something came up. Because what happened was, last year I made a joke that, well, Toonami just came back. You know, wouldn't it be funny if someone made a Toonami, you know, like a Tom AMV set to, like, you know, thank you, Mr. Roboto. And it was just a, you know, it's kind of funny. But then I think about it, and I go, would it work? It might work. And you guys, some kind of magic went into this video, because the way, the sheer level that this song fits a Toonami AMV is staggering. It was weird. I was talking to Ashley, Anime Bell, who hosts the AMV contest, and is one of the judges, where she said they had gotten Mr. Roboto AMVs before, and it never worked. And all the judges agreed this one worked. Oh, obviously it worked. Obviously it worked. I've got a trophy to prove it. So that was absolutely incredible. I mean, I don't know if a judge is watching me or watching this video. If you're worth, thank you very much. I'm incredibly just flattered beyond words over it. She told me, you have to upload that, because here's the thing, when I make an AMV, it debuts at Metrocon. I don't post it online until it's seen there. So I will be uploading it ASAP. I need to find a way of uploading, because she said she got like 24 people ask me, where can I see it? Where can I see it? So I'm going to upload it. It won't be to YouTube and it won't be to my normal Blip channel, but I will find a way to upload it so everyone can see it. It'll be up on TJOmega.org as soon as possible, hopefully today, while the iron's hot, right? So check my Twitter, check my fan page, which should be linked all down there. It'll be there. It'll be there soon. Really soon. Because now I want everyone to see, like, now I'm really proud of this video. Now I really want everyone to see how, why this video won and all that. So that was such an incredible experience, just to hear them reacting. Like, every time another Toonami show came out, I was like, ah! And they cheer the parts where I was hoping they cheer, and they laugh the parts I'm hoping they laugh, and just and there's so many other good AMVs that year. So many other good AMVs, like because the kind of AMV I prefer is very simplified. Like, I kind of feel like a lot of AMVs are, well, they tend to be like, well, look at all these little cool editing tricks I can do. I can do the little transfers and fade-ins, fade-outs, glow-ins, glow-outs. I can speed up, slow down, and now a lot of transitions and especially After Effects. And oh, by the way, isn't this music pretty? And it becomes like, I think for me, when a video kind of gets the meaning between video and music gets lost under layers of editing, that you kind of lose track of what should make the AMV special, which is the music and the video creating a unique voice together. And that's really what I try to go for when I make an AMV. So hopefully you'll see what I'm talking about when it goes online. So check it as early as, when you're watching this video. And my throat is killing me. So that's pretty much all my thoughts, all stories for the year. Extremely, like I said, best year I've had. Tons of fans came up to find me. Love you guys. Got to meet some really cool guests and voice actors that I've been fans of for years. I've been a fan of Phil since Mad TV. I was so excited to meet him, and he didn't disappoint. The man is a brilliant mind. Total dork. Total geek. You'll see in the interview. I got to interview Phil LaMarr. I'm still geeking out a little bit. Next year, oh boy, next year, Metrocon is renting out the entire 2 floors of the convention center. Like, the dealer's room is going to be in the big main event hall. It's going to be enormous. It's the first time it's been out of the main ballrooms that I'm used to being in. There are a ton more panels, new video room, and they're doing past versus present as the theme next year. Guys, go to metroconventions.com, go to their contact section, find the guest liaison email, and request Rob Paulson. If it's going to be past versus present, I need Rob Paulson as the past, because he's been in everything I've ever loved since childhood, and I will love you guys forever if they make that happen. But, and there's the other big news. They promised that at 10,000 subscribers, brain work. They promised at 10,000 attendees, they would expand to 4 days. They came 85 attendees short. So for all you people who were hum-hawing over it, maybe I don't want to go. All you people who said, I don't want to go after hum-hawing over whether I go or not, I hate you. You robbed me. But it did come with a big announcement. It's like, since it was so close, they could now say that in 2015 it would be a 4-day con. And this one kicked my ass so much. I don't know how I'm going to make it through a 4-day, but I'm going to enjoy trying. I'm gonna enjoy trying. But that's 2 years off, right? Yeah, that's 2 years off. Let's talk 3 months off. Because Team Dynamite, who puts on Metrocon every year, they've got a new con coming November 1st, Tampa Bay area, Hilton Hotel, called Asylum. It is the dark side of media. It is horror games and dark movies, and not necessarily an anime con, but a much more grown-up flavor of geek convention. And it's got me really interested. I'm not a big horror guy, so a little bit of it is lost to me. I do appreciate it, but it's not something I sit down and watch. But it's a Team Dynamite con, so I'm really excited for it, and I will be there. I will be there. And I will be there for one reason, and one reason alone. Well, no, I'll be there to see my friends from Metrocon, and I'll be there to get the word out and make sure everyone knows this. I want to help this young con. I want the people in Tampa to know there is a con run by competent people in the fall that they should all go to instead of any others in the fall in the Tampa convention area, without saying any names that shall remain nameless. Seriously, that other con in the fall sucked. No, but here's the big reason to go. Here's the big reason to go. Kevin freaking Conroy, the Batman himself, the Batman, the one and only Batman you should care about. The Batman. The one we all grew up with. The one who's still doing the arguments. Not, they kind of replaced, but the one who's known as Batman. Batman. 3 months from now, I'm going to meet Batman. Not Christian Bale, not Adam West. The Batman that I know as the Batman. I cannot wait. I seriously cannot wait. So, this has gone on way longer than it should have, because I had so much to say. I'm so appreciative of the staff, the fans, all the people there. The events were great, and everything was so stepped up from previous years. Always getting better. I love that. I love the commitment to get better. So I've gotten all that out now, and my throat hurts, and I still have a load of stuff sitting on this bed waiting to be shown off, because I got a ton of stuff in the deal room this year I want to talk about, and I know you guys want to see the haul. So you know what, I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to switch memory cards because my memory cards are completely tapped after that weekend. So I will be back shortly with part 2, which will be the Metrocon haul.